beautiful Monday morning. Welcome to Monday Blitz on TV47, the home of untold stories. I am Katela Macy, and of course, as you all know, I'm always not alone. I am joined. Let me start with the beautiful Miss Annette Wachira. How have you been? Tangu tuachane Friday?
Unfortunately, my European team was beaten, but my Kenyan team won. That's what matters.
But overall, you're okay. And guys, before we continue, disclaimer, tafadhali, please. You just say your name and then we'll move on from there. Welcome, Kenyan ex-international Innocent Mutiso.
Thank you very much. You don't want to listen about my weekend? How my weekend was?
Relax.
I had a fabulous weekend.
Nimina control.
Okay.
Nimina control. Mutiso, you've been good.
Samehe.
How was your weekend?
It was awesome.
It was awesome.
It was awesome.
Let's leave it there.
We leave it there?
Yeah.
You don't want to know
For
about
now,
it?
let's leave it there. Because I know if I give you the minutes, I know we'll leave here tomorrow. So guys, atukai sana. Let's start off with basketball. We also what Nairobi Thunder did. Who was at Kasarani? Between you two, who was at Kasarani?
Mimi nilikuwa Kasarani for the semis. Unfortunately, I watched the finals on YouTube, but Nairobi Thunder did
Nairobi
not
Thunder
disappoint.
did an awesome job. They beat Johannesburg Giants,
Yes.
94-84, which made them to be crowned the East African
Elite
Champions.
Elite 16 champions. Mutiso, did you expect that Nairobi City Thunder watafanya ile kitu?
I think if I can attest that to football, maybe I can say that Nairobi City Thunder are the Man City of Kenya because they are the money bags. And ever since it was formed in 1998, 2008, sorry, I mean, they've gone strides and strides, and they're this first Kenyan team, basketball team, to qualify for the Basketball African League, and that's a good thing. This is the second time that they are qualifying, and it was a spectacle at Kasarani Gymnasium, and I saw the game on YouTube, and I've gone to a couple of Nairobi City Thunder matches, and I mean, they're just heads and shoulders above all the other basketball teams in Kenya.
To you, Miss Annette, you know, I was there for, I think, I was there, and at least I enjoyed basketball for the very first time. Miss Annette, let's talk about Nairobi City Thunders against Johannesburg Giants.
I think I watched the semis. They were playing against a team from Mozambique.
Ferrovario.
Yeah, that team did not, that did not surprise me. I was having an issue with Giants because we played them in the group stage and we beat them only on 3 points. So coming into this game, I also noticed that the coach was even a bit strict with his substitutions. He kept his starting lineup intact. Congratulations to Odero. Odero was flying all over, and the man on Kenya Airways, he was 3 points, 3 points, 3 points. So it was an entertaining game. One thing about Thunder is mpaka road to ball, mpaka league, they don't disappoint. They never disappoint. Also, they did very good signings this year and also gave a chance to some of the elites in the country, which is a very good thing. But congratulations to them. Mi sikuwa na expect anything more than a win.
Ulikuwa umejekelea kabisa.
Mimi nilikuwa najua. Thunder si kama Man City.
They don't disappoint.
They don't disappoint.
You've said it's not like Man City. We're coming to that. We'll talk about the English Premier League later on. Now, let's move on to Junior Starlets with the coach Muluya, under 17, whereby the opening game against Somalia, they drew 1-1, and then they they beat Rwanda 2-1. Now they're facing South Sudan today, today 24th. Innocent Mutiso, you know, the Group A, they're having Ethiopia, Somalia, Kenya, South Sudan, and Rwanda. For me, these are, I can say it's a beatable. It's not a group of death as per se, as we saw that team, Kwango. These are very nimteremko.
We're still yet to play the hosts, and you know, the good thing about being in the same group, the hosts, is that you know you'll get favorable teams. But then again, we drew against Somalia. That was a game we were supposed to win. That win against Rwanda, it was a given. We definitely had to win against that, against Rwanda. I am expecting Coach Muluya's charges to beat this South Sudan team. And if we beat them, I think we have a chance against Ethiopia. And if we get maybe a point or even a win, then we qualify for the next stage.
Annette Wachira.
Mimi niko na shida kubwa sana na hiyo team. I think
Why?
They constituted that team in a hurry. So even if you watch the game, I watched them play against Rwanda. This team chemistry is lacking. They are struggling even. They are playing good football. I mean, they're trying to keep the possession. They're trying, but kuna kitu I connect, especially because I got a chance also to watch under 20 playing. There's a very big disconnect. Plus, if you realize the under 20 that played in the AFCON, it was the AFCON, yes? They had been together since the under 15s. So they have something, ni wanajel. Under 17s, sijui litoka wapi, sijui walitoana wapi, I don't know. So there's no connection. There's no connection. Even the game against Somalia, we could have won. Your team inashikiliwa na kijana wa Kariobangi Sharks. His name is, I've forgotten his name, inapita. But there's a boy from Kariobangi Sharks currently who plays in the national team and who scored against Rwanda. So there's something. Either wapewe more time in training, wajel. Ni kama hii kitu, it's like they didn't know they're going to come and play the
Kafa. Because just before they travel, there's some players who are dropped from the team.
It's not even,
they were key players.
I don't even, the dropping is normal, it happens, but give the players time. Like, you cannot constitute a team that has not been, look at Morocco. Morocco, the team that went to under 20 has been playing together since the under 13, under 15. So even if you constitute that team in a hurry, you still can be able to play them. Under 20 were given 1 month to prepare. These guys have been given 1 or 2 weeks. So, akuna.
So to you, if you look at that that group stage, it's in Group A, Ethiopia, Somalia, Kenya, South Sudan, and Rwanda. Do you think Team Kenya, we have a chance?
We have a chance. I think
there's a but.
We have a chance. We are not playing teams that are supposed to frustrate us. The teams that frustrated us last time were the likes of Tanzania and Uganda. We didn't even pick a point. We were even beaten 5-0. So I think this time it's a bit better. We were the better opponent against Rwanda. Somalia really frustrated us. We've not played the hosts. South Sudan pia wanaweza tupeleka juu. So I think we have a chance. They're picking 1-2, so we have a chance.
Well, Muluya and the boys, they have a task today against South Sudan. But let's move on to Harambee Starlets. They're having upcoming friendlies against Algeria, 2 friendlies. Actually, 26th and 30th. They are playing against Algeria, and Coach Belden Odemba has named her 23-man squad. To Innocent Motiso, even if it's a friendly, we also what happened to our male team, whereby we were thrashed. Actually, tulipigwa vibaya sana, 8-0, and it brought a lot of
That was a whitewash.
It was a?
It was a whitewash.
It brought a lot of controversials, but let's talk about Harambee Starlets. They've been doing so good. Do you think we can beat Algeria kama ni friendly? 2 friendlies.
You know, what the good thing about friendlies is that the coach is allowed to experiment, to use different formations.
Not like the Benny did.
Not like Benny. And I remember last week we were here, and I was telling them the importance of having all your players during the international break. You also Senegal, they had all their best players. You don't take friendlies that lightly. You are allowed to experiment, but such big games, put on your best team. You saw, we also what Senegal did. They put on their best team. Against Brazil, they got beaten 2-0, and it's like they were coming up for a scalp against Kenya, and they revenged that game they lost against Brazil, and it was an embarrassing defeat, 8-0. I mean, those players, I'm sure they're so much demoralized, but then again, you see, for players, I wonder, while I was playing, when we were 2-0 down or 3-0 down, we used to huddle up. You know, we have some leaders in the team. You huddle up and you charge yourselves. You say, that, guys, it's already 3-0. We cannot recover from this game. Can we lock the game up? We don't allow any more goals because it was an embarrassment. But anyway, that's a story for another day. For Coach Belden Odemba, what she has achieved in Kenyan football, I mean, no other coach has ever done that. And right now she's qualified for the WAFCON, and she's playing some big friendlies. And I like that. Right now, Kenya, we're gone are the days when we used to complain every now and then that why are we playing against the likes of South Sudan every other time in friendlies, likes of Uganda or Tanzania. But right now, we're getting the big teams. We played against Senegal, and right now, Coach Belden Odemba's charges, they will be playing against Algeria. And in the run-up to the WAFCON, these are the kinds of friendlies that we need so that she gauges where the team is and the kind of partnerships, what will work for them, what doesn't work. These are the times that you prepare for WAFCON and give us a good showing. I wish her all the best because it's not been an easy journey. She's undergone so much criticism. I've known Belding for over 20 years. When she was playing for Mathare Ladies, I was playing for the Mathare Youth. So we've been friends ever since, and she's a very good person. And she's now a very good coach. One of the most successful in Kenya, actually.
So, for 20 years. How old are you?
How old are you, my friend? Nimeanza kukushuku.
Senator Wachira, about our girls, Harambee Starlets and Coach Belding Odemba.
I think since we're playing the WAFCON, unajua shida ya wanaume, hatuko tunacheza any competition. So even for Senegal, I'm sure they were so disappointed because Senegal are coming back in December to play the AFCON in Morocco. So for them to get a test with a team that is not competing in AFCON, no, we had nothing to lose. So for us, even if they give us Morocco, they give us the worst team.
We lost dignity.
That's so...
It's so sad.
Not so good.
It's so sad. How do you recover from that? 10 years from now, they'll still be talking about that loss.
While I was playing and while I was at Mathare United, and Coach Kimanzi will see that maybe in around 2-3 games we've not scored any goal or we're not winning matches. He'd give us small teams to get, and he used to tell us, I'm giving you this small team, we want to get a feel of the net. And I think that is what Senegal coach did, because they drew a blank against Brazil and then they got a small team. Try and get some goals. But
aside from that,
there are levels.
Yeah.
There are levels. And when you had what the president of the Football Federation, FKF, Hussein Mohammed, said, that we need to invest more. We need to do more capacity building. We need to do more in terms of development, not only with our players, but also our coaches. So there are levels to this game. And we also, actually, the whole team of Senegal, they play abroad. They play in Europe. Yeah. And Coach Benny McCarthy said that we need the players in Europe. And what now I think the federation should do, we should get everyone who has links to Kenya, please try and get them to the Kenya national team, because we do need them.
They really frustrated silly. Let's talk about Harambee Starlets. And their friendly.
Yeah, so I think for us, for Harambee Starlets, it's an honor to play such big teams because we're going to meet them in the WAFCON, and we're playing WAFCON early next year. So for us to get these big teams, the likes of Algeria, this is a true test of where we are as a team. And for Harambee Starlets, we've proven time and time again that we're good, and we deserve to be in the WAFCON. So this test against Algeria will be it will be like a foreshadow of what is going to happen in the AFCON. So I think with the Coach Belding is experienced enough. This should be, for me, this should be either a draw or a good win. So let's see how it will go.
Well, Coach Belding Odemba and the girls, we wish you all the best, all right? Now, moving on, Nai Boys. Annette, when I mentioned Nai Boys, Umesai, it's as if you are so very disappointed. You had really high hopes with Nai Boys. They lost again with that AC.
Yes.
In their first appearance. Were you expecting this, Annette? Because, man, the way I've mentioned just Nai Boys, really...
How will I say it? I did not expect them to win, but I did not expect them. I did not expect them to be beaten 3-0 because I mean, it's a group stage. This is a place where you need to not concede as many goals. Unajua ungechapa 1-0, tungeenda na goal difference ya -1. Sasa tuko goal difference -3, bottom of the group. So I think for me, I expected them to hold it down at least until, because playing also away from home, si tuliona hizo maleza zilikuwa zina point wachezaji. So playing away from home is hard. So the best you can do probably is get a 1-0, lose 1-0, so that when Wydad come home, if you hold them to a draw, we can look for points elsewhere. Tutafutie points kwa Azam ama huko wanaitwaje
Maniema Union.
Yeah, Maniema Union. Because Wydad dominated that game. If you look at the midfielders, the likes of Kinaziz, the likes of Temba. Temba played in the Club World Cup and he was one of the players to watch. Actually, he was supposed to go to Portugal. So these guys dominated us, they outplayed us, but Nairobi United also kept a big, they played very well, they tried their best, they kept form, they had a couple of chances on goal. But I hope hata wakikuja home tutafunga bao moja, just ya kufuta macho.
Remember, tunafaa tupige more than 3 for us to continue. Mutiso.
Well, right now, Nairobi United is the bottom of the group. they lost 3-0. Maniema Union, the one she's saying that we are
Beat
supposed
Azam.
to beat, they beat Azam 2-0.
Yes.
And right now they are second on the table. And you know, you have to win your first matches. In group stages, anywhere, any sport, you have to try and win your first matches. And against Wydad Casablanca, I mean, it was all about damage limitation. Because very easily it could have ended up like that game against Senegal versus Harambee Stars. And when that goal entered in the first 3 minutes, I thought that here we go again. But Nairobi United
BAMBA.
defended very well in the after that goal in the first half. But then again, when that second goal entered, it's like they took the stuffing out of that Nairobi United team. And then the third goal, it entered so easily. And I mean, 38-year-old Nurdin Amrabat, the bigger brother of Sofiane Amrabat, former Manchester United
he really held us down.
I mean, he was all over at 38 years. He was playing at that top level, and they could not get near him. When you look at the statistics, 76% for Wydad Casablanca, 16 shots towards target, 5 on target. For Nairobi United, 0 on target and 5 shots, all of them wayward. The goalkeeper did not make any save. Like, we could not get near this team. And Coach Salim, together with Coach Nicholas Muyoti, my big good friend, they need to get back to the drawing board because they need to get the next game, they need to recover.
Levels, there are levels.
There are levels. I agree with that. You know, Wydad Casablanca, they are winners of the Champions League.
Exactly.
They are winners of the
And look
Confederations.
at the kind of people they've signed. I mean,
yes, there are levels, and definitely they will top the group. They are one of the favorites to win the CAF Confederations Cup.
Yes.
But then again, Nairobi United need to at least get to the knockout stages, because I look at Azam and I look at Maniema Union and the teams which are around around East Africa, and I think we can beat them. The gap, we have already narrowed that gap between Kenyan teams and the teams which are around East Africa and Southern Africa.
Yeah,
so I think we do have a chance to get
I actually think
the group stages.
If we are smart enough with it, if we're able to hold them at home, if we hold all those 3 teams at home, we can secure a second spot.
Yeah, true. That's very true.
And do you think they have what it takes to hold?
They have.
They do.
If they beat Gor Mahia, they can beat anyone.
Annette is talking ni kama amesha give up with
Ask give up.
No. That game against Wydad Casablanca.
That game.
It was just out.
That game we should have held them. Hata tungewakubali tu wafunge bao moja tu pack bus. Perfect. Because away is hard. At home we can be able to even draw.
Yeah, sure.
So coming into the group stage with a -3 is
they should have gone there with a low block.
Yes.
When tu uko na wa defend. They decide that majamaa tuko away, mnajua Waarabu vile wako.
Yeah.
Pura ball.
Sema kupura ni kipawa.
Pura, but they went in a 4-1-3-2 formation.
They're also looking
it's like
for
they're going on an attacking formation. Don't go to North Africa and open up your game. No, you close shop.
Yes.
At some damage limitation and try maybe get a 1-0, because at the end of the day you might look at goal difference going to the knockout stages.
Perfect.
So Nairobi United need to go to the drawing board. Wajue away from home, close shop.
Yes.
At home, get those points.
So Coach Nicholas Muyoti and the boys, as Mutiso said, you go back to the drawing board and let's hope for the best for Nai boys. Now let's come back at home for the SportPesa League. On Saturday, a lot happened. The internet was buzzing. And Gor Mahia beat Tusker. This is their 100 league meeting, actually, between Gor Mahia and Tusker. And my, oh my, Kogalo, the goal was scored, the only goal was scored the 8th minute, and that was it. Gor Mahia now are currently leading the table, and something's wrong at Tusker. Ungeangalia social media, mafans walikuwa wamekasirika, watu wachie team yetu. This is not the Tusker that we know. A lot was happening on the internet. Mutiso, being an ex-Gor Mahia player.
Ishaenda.
Umesema imeenda mapema sana.
Vile tu EPL imeenda na Arsenal.
Relax.
Ligi ya Kenya pia imeshaenda na Gor Mahia.
We are focusing on the SportPesa League.
No, it is gone and dusted.
Mutiso.
Hujacheza Mani hujacheza na kuna mauchungu.
No.
Let's talk about this game.
When you look at Gor Mahia have 2 games at hand against the number 2, that is Kakamega Homeboys.
Yes.
And we're already 1 point off them. And if we win those 2 games at hand, we'll be 7 points. Just like Arsenal is 7 points ahead of Man City, they're our closest rivals.
Come on, we're talking about SportPesa.
We're talking about the SportPesa Premier League, and I mean, The only teams that I'm looking at the table, and the only teams I think that can challenge Gor Mahia for the title, it is Nairobi United and Kenya Police, who are looking very strong right now. They started the season very badly. I see the goal that was conceded by Tusker. You can look at it, and the goalkeeper Opondo, I mean...
No, we're a national team, but
he's in the national team. That's just a schoolboy mistake. And these errors in the top flight, they're not supposed to be there. When I look at Gor versus Tusker fixture, in the yesteryears, during my playing time, it was a huge fixture because both teams were gunning for the title. But right now, when you look at Tusker, they're in the bottom half of the table, and Gor Mahia, they look like they're flying away with the league. And for Tusker this season, I've gone to a couple of their matches. They're looking so flat. They're looking so flat. There's no motivation. There's no inspiration. They have no leaders. Their games are so flat. There's a game I saw against KCB when they lost 2-1, and we were counting. We were seated with the coach of Morangasil, and we were counting the number of times the goalkeeper will start build up from behind and give it to the defenders. None. A whole 90 minutes. The goalkeeper did not start to the defender. It's like he doesn't trust his defenders. So there's some disjoint in that team, and the coach needs to do something before it gets out of hand. The January transfer window is just around the corner, and he needs to sign. If he does not,
I don't think
that's relegation for Tusker.
For me, for Tusker, it's not about the players. It's whatever coaching technique there is. Even me, I've watched a couple of games for Tusker, and they're always so irritating. They make Gor Mahia look like they're not playing football. Because what happens majority of the time, the ball is in the air. That's why Opondo miscontrolled the ball, because they're not used to a sort of passing game. Si kawaida yao. So that's how, look at the goal that was scored.
No, some things you just don't need to be be taught by the coach. A coach can only do so much.
Actually, in this game, Erambo was playing. So if you look at the type of experience they have, Kapaito is on the...
That's what I'm saying is the players. The players lazima wajichoche. Wajiite pamoja, wajiite mkutano.
For me, it's
like,
not...
guys, we are playing this. How are you playing this kind of football?
I don't think it's the players. I mean...
For the coach haizi kuambia tu the ball ju.
No. My question is...
The problem with the
my question is, I've watched 3 games of Tusker. Okay. They've played the same exact way, the same exact football. Ball inaanza na kipa inakuja juu, inaingia kwa midfield inaenda juu, inatafuta Kapaito, bao, penalty. That's it. That's the football they've played. And for me, as a coach, if you realize, look at the game Mathare was playing. Mathare wanacheza touch. There's a time they had an issue with the substitutions. They had to bring in Kinanyawir to help to build up from the middle. So for this guy, how do you play 10 games the same way and you blame the players?
That's what I'm trying to say.
It
is the players. When you see something is not working, change it.
How do you change it?
They have no leaders. They have no leaders in that team. That is what I'm trying to talk about. They have no leaders. They have no character.
Na coach amewambia
mcheze hivyo. Coach akikwambia tafuta Kapaito utadu. Utadu? What is there to do?
No. Sometimes, sometimes you challenge coach. Sometimes unajita hapo mnajiambia coach anatuambia tutafute Kapaito.
Atakutoa nje.
Unajua there are so many ways of killing a rat.
10 games you play football the same way.
There are so many ways of killing a rat. There's so many ways. So bado ball inaweza fikia Kapaito, lakini can we use other channels? Wajichoche to our players. They should talk about among themselves. Wajiite kamkutano. Wajembe majama. Angalieni 10 games. Tunaibisha.
Adi Gor Mahia wako scrappy win. Scrappy win.
Before I'll come back to you guys, let's listen what Tusker FC coach had to say about their loss.
Kongole kwa Gor Mahia, wamepata alama 3 muhimu, na sisi kwetu Tusker ni mechi ambayo ukiangalia tulikuwa tumedhibiti sehemu nyingi ya mchezo huu, lakini goli ambalo tumeconcede ni goli ambalo halikai vizuri kulingana na hii level yetu. Wamefunga bao la mapema na wakaweza kulizuia mpaka dakika ya mwisho, wakapata alama 3 muhimu. Lakini yote 9, hii ni jambo ambalo tunafaa tulirekebishe mapema kama Tusker. Unajua msimu huu timu ziko imara zaidi. Kwa hivyo tukiweza kuchangia timu zingine mabao, inatuweka katika nafasi mbaya zaidi. Kwa hivyo it's high time tuamke na tufanye kazi inavyofaa.
We've all heard coach amesema it's high time they amka. Annette, what do you think is the problem, exact problem at Tusker? Because when I saw their game when they drew against Shabana, I thought that at least watapanda kidogo, but...
Uliwatch your game ya Tusker na Shabana? How?
I mean, this is not the Tusker that we all knew. that I knew from way back. Something is wrong at Tusker. I don't know if it's the players, I don't know if the management, something is just
all
wrong
my
at Tusker.
playing career, Tusker was a huge force. It was a big team.
Being a
All the
big
teams
team.
I played for, when I was playing for Manchester
Even Manu is
United,
a big team.
Tusker was, it was a huge fixture.
Yes, yes.
Like they were gunning for the title every season.
You know, in Kenya, when you talk about big teams, Gor, FC, Tusker.
Tusker among them is one of
But
the most
right
successful
now-
teams in Kenya. And right now, the pedigree, they don't have any pedigree. The players are just, the character I'm talking to you about, they have no character and they have no leaders in that team. And the coach needs to look to the players in the eyes and tell them, Majama, sio kila kitu nawafundisha. You know, a coach can only do so much. 25%.
But how
the
can
coach
you
gives
play
you.
10 games
75% is up to you as a player.
10 games, mnacheza the same football.
No maana nakwambia, the players need to do some soul searching. Because these are their careers.
Tupatie coach time.
Unajua hizi ni career.
Unajaribu kusema.
Najaribu kusema, patia coach time.
kumtetea.
I'm just trying to say
My
that
question is
when the
this.
players see that something is not working for them, like wampatia na coach, can they use different
My
variations?
question is this, actually. If we change the technical bench, do you see a difference in Tusker?
There's definitely always something, a new manager bounce every time you change a technical bench. At a Manu sahi.
No, we are coming to English.
Change technical bench. There will be that new manager bounce.
Yeah.
That's now,
We are
that's
coming to
exactly
it,
the
yeah.
point.
We are coming. Now, still on the SportPesa League, AFC Leopard drew with Kariobangi Sharks. And I remember when they played Shabana. Oh, before we move on to SportPesa League, pardon me by the way, nataka tusikie nini Gor Mahia coach aliweza kusema, because that goal pia, if it wasn't makosa ya goalkeeper, ingeisha draw. Let's hear what Gor Mahia coach had to say.
Okay.
We didn't do well. We didn't play as we wanted to play because the opponent played on the high, made it difficult for us. It wasn't a good match for us, but what was important was to win, and we've gotten the 3 points. Sometimes you have to win games like that. You have to win ugly. No, it wasn't luck. Obviously, probably you might be talking about a goal. You know, it's something from their own mistakes. The chances we created was not a full chance that we could say it's a chance for us to score. And so we struggle a little bit, but honestly, it's good. If we had drawn, would not be good. If we had lost, would be very, very, very bad. And so we are happy with the 3 points.
Currently, Gor Mahia are leading the table, and I believe Mutiso anasikia poa sana being an ex-player. Now, let's move on. Still on the SportPesa League, Ingwe drew with Kariobangi Sharks, of which I believe, okay, for Ingwe, I don't know what is happening, because I knew after they beat Shabana, I knew, waliongea sana, they said Ingwe is back, Amatere is back, ndio tumeanza sahi, but kidogo, mambo inaenda segemnege.
Mambo inatingika.
Anet Washira, wacha nianze na wewe.
Wacha mimi nianze just from a perspective of the goal scorers. Congratulations to Aroko. Aroko has been on the score sheet 2 games in a row now and is on an assist. He played very well. Yeye anachezanga kama Prime Bellingham. So congratulations to Sharks. I have a very big issue with Kariobangi Sharks. This is a game they should have won. I usually see Kariobangi Sharks wanacheza ball poor sana. Like they play better football than even FC Leopards, and they deserved to win this match. Also, a shout out to Victor Mune for equalizing late in the game. Congratulations to him. And me AFC me imenishinda. I don't understand how they play anymore. I think it's a team that deserves to be fighting in the top level. Like we need to have them in the conversation of league. They have a possibility of winning the league. But as it stands now,
they are in a good.
I know they're in a
position.
I know they're in a strong position, but they're not winning. Look at them in Gor Mahia. If you want to put them in the same conversation with them, Gor Mahia and Police and Nai Boys.
They have a game at hand against Gor Mahia, and if they win that match, they'll be only 3 points off Gor Mahia, 4 points off Gor Mahia.
Police have 3 games in hand.
Against the second place team, Kakamega Homeboys.
Yes.
And when I look at FC Leopards this season, they're still trying to find their footing.
Yeah, they're
still trying to find their footing. They're not struggling. I cannot say they're struggling because there are flashes of brilliance when I look at them. I saw their game against Morangasil, where Morangasil totally dominated that game, apart from getting the goals. But FC Leopards, they're still trying to find their footing. And once they do, I think they'll be very good. They'll be a very good team. Because there are some passage of plays that they have in some moments of the game, which you can see that maybe FC is back, but then again, they lack a little bit of character. And if that gets instilled in them, then I think maybe they can challenge for the title. But they are like 2-3 years off challenging the top flight. For now, they cannot do it this season. Maybe they finish in a respectable position, but they cannot challenge for the title this season. Maybe in the next 2 seasons, they can, if they keep this team and if they keep the coach. They need to trust their coach.
Time.
You know,
But
when you
sasa
have
shida ni-
consistency in your team, in your club,
let me ask,
then success will follow.
FC Leopards were beaten by Marashuga. In the 80th minute, they were scored 2 goals. So, you team you can put your hope in.
No, I'm just saying they're not ready. Maybe in the next 2-3
maybe,
seasons.
yes, exactly.
If they keep
This
that
is-
team, if they grow together.
Yes.
You know, it's all about consistency.
Plus
And
they
that is
also
what
lost-
has been Achilles heels in Kenyan football. Consistency. We've always lacked that. But if we have that, then I think maybe FC Leopards will change the mindset of everyone. Because I believe that they can challenge for the title in the next 2-3 seasons.
Oh, not this season.
No,
Not 25,
this is
Not this season.
This
not
season
this
uongo.
This season wanatusamea kidogo.
Well, still on the SportPesa League, Posta Rangers. This guy, when they started the league, nilikuwa najua
Posta Rangers inakuanga hivyo.
imagine Annette, it's as if amesha give up with certain teams because hata simalizi ameshaingia pana. Annette,
Posta Rangers, acha nikwambie tu siri. First of all,
Niambie
Posta Rangers is run by Pamzo, yes?
No, right now,
I'm going there.
Yeah.
Pamzo was linked to PS. This, I think, was his last game he was managing. So, of course, kuna kitu. Like, if you're in transition from one manager to the other, there's kuna kitu, kuna bounce. Because now everybody knows Pamzo has gotten a better deal at APS Bomet, which I think was very nice that he took. Posta Rangers iko na tushida. Like, we all have heard the rumors, there's no payment, there's no money in the team. So for him to take APS Bomet is alafu Pamzo ni ule coach mwenye ana savingi teams for relegation. Going to a side like APS Bomet, there's not much expectation. The only expectation that is there is for you to save them from relegation, especially with the type of run they are currently having. So for APS Bomet, they don't have a coach. For Posta Rangers, they're currently running without a coach. Then now, of course, with their financial situation. And Posta Rangers have a very big issue. I watched their game versus Marashuga again. And Posta Rangers is that team that are wanaweza kudominate game, but in the final minutes, wachilia. So for Posta Rangers, unfortunately, I think this could be the wrap.
or is it because they lack motivation? I met with one player of Posta Rangers, and honestly speaking, maybe ni motivation, Motiso. We also what motivation can do.
Thank you very much. Mchezaji ni pesa kwa mfuko.
I say.
Yeah, when I was playing for Gor Mahia, and we had the coach from Serbia, Slavko Logarushik. He used to tell us that if you don't play for me, if you don't play for the badge, I will deny you money in the pocket. And we used to go there and
give your best.
give our best. Blood, sweat, and tears, all those things. We do all that. So for Posta Rangers, I can understand their situation. And right now, I think ishapitwa na wakati for teams struggling. And the FKF should tighten the noose for these teams that are violating the rights of footballers.
Yeah.
They should tighten the noose.
Unafaa kuwa na FFP payment. Lakini you are reverse.
The club licensing is the perfect test for these teams. FKF needs to tighten the noose. The situation at Posta Rangers, the situation at Sofapaka, and some other teams. Kariobangi, all those teams, I mean, something's got to give. And the federation needs to tighten the noose because those players are suffering. Their rights are being violated every now and then. And that's why you can see they're so poor whenever they're... And this is what brings match fixing. Because come a player, you've not been paid maybe for 6 months. You have your family. You have your wife who's on your neck. Your babies are crying for food. Uko Ocha, they see you on TV, on TV every other weekend.
Yes.
They're expecting you to get December holidays. Ukienda ushago wanakuitisha kitu. Wewe tunakuonanga kwa TV every now and then, but una do kwa mfuko. It's such a sad state of affairs, and the FKF should do something about it. Right now, we have new sponsors in the league.
Yeah,
and
Homeboys is actually sponsored by Mozart currently.
I really hope that we get even more sponsors. But those players of Posta Rangers, of Sofapaka, they are really struggling. We have the players' union. They should come in. They should give out statements. Lazima makelele ipigwe.
Yeah.
So that something happens to these teams.
Because also, like we're being beaten 8-0. This is the reason we're being beaten 8-0. What do you
no
mean?
motivation, no inspiration.
There's no
from
motivation.
anywhere.
There's no structure for
And that's why
for selection.
Yes.
As a player, when you've not been paid for 6 months or 9 months, you don't have allowances. You're getting pressures from everywhere. When you go to the field, psychologically, you've already lost that game.
Yeah.
And when you are approached by a match fixer, akwambia, I'm giving you 100,000 Kenya shillings.
For one game.
For this game.
For this game.
Unakataje.
Nayo.
You'll sell that game.
Nayo.
And I understand some players when sometimes something like that happens. So the FKF should do something about it, because these are some of the ingredients for match fixing.
Okay.
Tighten the noose for club licensing.
Okay. There was a goal I saw. My very good friend Musa Mohamed. Kuna kitu alipigishwa hapo, fungu alipigwa mudhongodho moja. But anyway, let's move on to the English Premier League. And please, Mutiso, let me say this. Tusibrag sana. We also, what happened yesterday, Arsenal are unstoppable. Beating Tottenham 4-1. Man,
today
the derby. Just wait, Mutiso, nakuja kwako sai. I'll start with you, Miss Annette Wachira, because if I let Mutiso start, I know you won't be able to speak for the next few minutes that we're having. Arsenal, I don't think nani atazuia Arsenal right now.
First, before we go there, let me just mention that Shabana drew against Morangasil, and I'm very happy. Now,
let me start with I really wish. Arsenal,
let's talk about it.
Unstoppable.
Arsenal can win the league.
Please let Annette.
What do win league mean? What do winning mean?
Annette, please go ahead.
Okay, peace. So, Arsenal can win the league. They've shown time and time again. Say their biggest competitor in Chelsea, which is very alarming. So, I think. And then you see, for us, a lot of Arsenal haters, we thought that the injury of Gabriel Magalhaes will bring a difference. Lakini Hinkapi akakaa na akakaa strong. Wakatoa Hinkapi wakaleta hata nani?
Alitoshia kwa kiti.
Walitoa Hinkapi wakaleta nani? Mosquera. Yani, they're so good that now hata mtu akiumia wako na sababu wawili. So I think Arsenal are the better team. Eze also got his first hat-trick in the club. Congratulations.
In his career. Congratulations to him. He played really well. He deserved it. And you know, if the transfer window last time went a different way, he would be playing for Tottenham. So congratulations to Eze. Arsenal, congratulations. You're doing... Concede. I've considered Manchester City. Oh my God, ningewapata ndo tuna email. Now to you, man of the moment, Innocent Mutiso, the floor is yours, please.
Today,
brag in as much as you want.
No, I know we own the streets. That's a given. Kila mtu anajua we own the streets.
Wow.
And today I avoided wearing my Arsenal jersey because I didn't want to make the likes of Annette feel bad. Isolated.
Please remember that Arsenal drew with Manchester City. It is just that they're on top of the table.
Yes, continue. So, please,
very important information.
Anyway,
shut up.
Yesterday, I thought that with the record, both teams were coming on that game in good form. When you look at Spurs, they were unbeaten away from home. They had only conceded 1 goal away from home. 4 wins and only 1 draw. So they were in good form away from home. Then again at Arsenal, we had not lost at home. We had only 1 draw at home this season. So both teams were coming in this game in good form, both home and away. And I thought that Spurs will be competitive. They were not competitive. I'd like to talk about numbers. You know that. I always say men lie, women lie, but numbers never lie.
Please go ahead, Mutis.
57% possession for Arsenal.
Yes.
Right.
43 for Spurs.
Yeah.
18 shots towards goal for Arsenal.
And 4 of them were goals.
On target. For Spurs, they had only 3 shots.
Lakini bao ya nani ilikuwa kali.
I cannot take that away. It needed a moment of brilliance to score against David Raya. We've seen this season, the 2 goals against Liverpool, it was a class goal from Soboslai, the Hungarian international. And again, with Richarlison, it was also a contender for Puskas Award for next season.
Yes.
But it was a whitewash when you look at the final third entries, Spurs had only two touches in our 18-yard box. Two touches.
Spurs, when they come to City, they frustrate us. Wanacheza kama prime Barcelona. Then when they come to Arsenal, it's like football disappeared.
I think Arsenal right now, okay,
guys,
in as much as
you are all talking in silence.
In as much as
you are all talking in silence.
No,
I was quiet when you guys were talking. Why are you
I'm just saying to
the league leaders? Why are you
in as much as it's hurting me to say this statement, currently Arsenal wako juu. And if they don't win the league, itakuwa nini kujitakia like.
But si nimekuwa nikiwaambia hivyo
since the beginning of
the season. I've been telling you guys.
Let's have this discussion. Let's have this discussion January. Let's have this discussion in January.
No, we continue this discussion. You know, I've been getting so much stick in this show, and right now, you know, the floor is mine. You told me the floor is mine, and you all of you were speaking in silence.
Move on, because you will not finish.
I'm so happy for Eze Eberiche. Okay. You saw what it meant for him. Remember, on the day before he made that move to Arsenal, Spurs walikuwa shatoa pesa, and he was on his way to Spurs. Then he got a call, and he said this in the interview that he got a call from Arsenal, and he could not say no. He dropped everything that was connected to Spurs, and he went to Arsenal. Team kubwa, team ya baba.
Move.
And
he'll not finish.
Getting his first hat-trick in his career, we also what it meant for him.
Yes.
And there are also a couple of more chances he got.
Yeah, that
he could have scored 5 goals easily. I'm so happy for Eberiche Eze. And right now, when you look at the England squad, half of it, of the first 11, they are coming from Arsenal. There's Madueke, there's Nwaneri, whom I think will also make it for World Cup. There is Declan Rice, there's Bukayo Saka, there's Miles Lewis-Kelly. I mean, almost half.
Rice.
And Declan Rice, yes, I already mentioned him. Yeah. So right now, Arsenal is looking very good. And I've been saying this, and I'm reiterating again, that we will have no excuse this season, because in terms of squad depth, which has been our main Achilles heels, we've taken care of that. Any player who's injured, when you look at Gabriel, I give you the statistics. For Gabriel, when he's on the field, since he was signed in 2020, we've won 60% of the matches he's been involved in. When he's not there, we've only won 40%. And that was the talk pre-match. But then again, I was telling everyone, we have ample cover in that position. We have Calafiori, who can play as a left back and also as a centre back, left centre back. We have Piero Hincapié, who's the captain of Ecuador. He's an invisible at Bayer Leverkusen. And when he was slotted in, he slotted in seamlessly. And we won that game. And we have the bragging rights of the city.
Wow.
And we have the bragging rights all over the world. And he wiki. We will not rest. Hamta rest. Me ndakuwa nawapasha every day. Including Man City fans.
Moving on to Man City. Let's talk about Manchester City. They were beaten by Newcastle and Liverpool.
Acha afadhali sisi.
Something is definitely wrong at Anfield na vijana wake Anslot. Let's talk about Man City against Newcastle United. I thought Man City itapiga Newcastle, but to my surprise, Vindu vichenjanga. Annette, what happened?
Man City is that team that you cannot predict whether it will win or lose. So I watched Man City were going to even be beaten 5. Mtu mwenye alitusaidia kwa game Donnarumma had some fantastic, he had some very fantastic saves against Newcastle.
Walter
Mead, he would have scored like 4 goals. But to beat Donnarumma is crazy. You have to be a special, it has to be a special goal. So Manchester City, you've let us down. I mean, that was a game you would have, especially with somebody like Donnarumma in goal, we would have been focusing on the scoring. And we should have scored even more. So unfortunately for us, I think, not to count us out, but with a 7-point gap between us and Arsenal, it's become tricky. Even worse, if Manchester United win, they come close to us. So it's a very terrible place.
Haaland FC, and I'm calling it Haaland FC because Haaland has 14 goals. the number
what is the work of a striker?
Has 1 goal. 8 players have 1 goal.
Strategy ya Pep.
So it's Haaland FC.
No, strategy ya Pep, people don't know this. Do your work. If your work is a striker, your work is to strike, period. If your work is a midfield, play the balls. So if you've not noticed, every time Chucky gets the ball, every time Doku gets the ball, they look for Haaland because Haaland is a striker. Let him do his job.
Once he gets injured or suspended, I mean, Man City will struggle scoring goals. And it's a sad state that they are relying on one person. There's a time Man City used to get goals from anywhere.
We didn't have a striker.
From
we didn't have a striker.
Exactly.
Now we have a striker.
Right now,
I
just say there are so many ways.
Did you see the link up between your player Odegaard and Haaland in the national team?
Yeah.
You see, so the problem with you people is Gyökeres. If Haaland was in Arsenal, he would have scored even 20.
Come on,
guys,
Gyökeres has 6 goals.
Hizo points zingine, please note them down.
Start to discuss.
On Monday, well, ladies and gentlemen, it has been fantastic. Innocent Motiso, thank you so much. Arsenal, diehard, and Man City's Annette Washira. So don't go nowhere. We're coming back. We're having a very special interview today. Street Football Championship. We'll be right back. I am Katela Macy. Good morning.
No more excuses. It's time to rise, grind, and own your mornings. Join Coach Shadrach Ouma every Monday to Friday from 5:30 to 6 a.m. only on TV 47. Full body workouts, zero equipment, maximum results. Start strong, stay strong. TV 47 Fitness with Coach Shadrach only on TV 47. Looking for the perfect way to kick off your weekend?
Pole. Yoni salamu ya mluya kabisa.
Tune in to Friday with Betty, the most exciting show on TV.
Betty, one tear gas. Betty, I don't know where this guy's going.
From the latest news and trends to unforgettable moments. Friday with Betty is your go-to show for a fabulous Friday night.
Theological, meteorologist. What is that word, Willis?
Tune in this and every Friday at 9 p.m. and let's make your Fridays unforgettable. Only on TV 47. Enjoy uninterrupted live streaming of your favorite programs on TV 47 and Radio 47 on the go with our new mobile-friendly website. Experience the future of broadcasting. Visit www.tv47.digital or scan this QR code and stream your way to endless news and entertainment. Welcome to the home of untold stories.
This is Kenya's #1 talk show, Dr. Frederick. My name is the Eagle himself. Dr. Frederick is my name.
We are flipping the script, but guess what? Or should I say, guess who is taking over tonight's show?
Anyway, furahia umekaa na kasukuru. CP unit ni Punet.
So you guys knew about
Piga.
Sawa basi. Wasema, hata ongea hivi the whole time.
I don't want to go back to brokenness.
Never.
I just love the high life. Siwezi taka kuimagine ati nimesota.
You have to watch to find out. Tune in every Wednesday from 7:30 p.m.
Next time you need fresh lemon juice, microwave a lemon for 7 to 10 seconds. Then roll the lemon back and forth under your palm on the counter. When you squeeze, you'll get more juice from the lemon with way less effort.
Start your day with Relationship Wednesday from 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. with Ann Odida. Dive deep into the dynamics of love, friendship, and family as we explore the stories that shape our connections. Then satisfy your appetite with Tasty Wednesday from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. where Anne serves up delicious recipes, cooking tips, and the latest food trends to inspire your next meal. Relationship Wednesday and Tasty Wednesday every Wednesday, 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. only on Morning.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, I said we're having a very special interview. And meona mastingo di deadly. Let me say that. Mastingo deadly. We are having the freestyle football championship coming up. And of course, as you can see, niko na the reigning champion, Austin Maina. Please have a seat, champe. Austin Maina, karibu sana.
Asante, asante.
Maji kidogo, ama upumue kidogo, uko sawa? Uko sawa kabisa. Welcome.
Thank you.
Uko fiti? And of course, I'm with Edward Moremi, freestyle judge. Uko poa?
Mimi niko poa.
Unaipiga?
Najaribu.
And I'm joined by an analyst, Tom Bwana. Karibu sana.
Thank you. Just call me an analyst. I'm happy to be called an analyst. Muneka level ya Mutiso sasa analyst.
Hata Mutiso hawezi kufikia bado. Wachana na Mutiso. But welcome.
Than't you so much.
You guys are okay?
We're okay. Looking forward to the excitement we have this week.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the freestyle championship is coming up, and let me start off with you. How has freestyle football changed? Imegroaje hapa Kenya?
I think that's a good question for this gentleman.
For Judge.
He's been in the game for a while now.
Umekuwa kwa game manze, imechange aje? Because by the way, I see vijana wengi sana, kijana na bola anapiga mastingo zake. Imegrow aje kwa vijana hapa Kenya?
Vijana. Freestyle. Tulianza sasa ni kama 17 years. Ya kutoka time ya Coca-Cola kitambo sana. So saizi Predator wame come through, kulikuwa na kampuni zingine hapo. Lakini saizi tuna appreciate sana juu saizi Predator iko all over Africa, Egypt, Morocco, Uganda, Kenya. Saizi tuna appreciate sana juu anatufanyia kila mwaka.
Unajua kuna msee akisikia freestyle, okay, kuna mtu anauliza freestyle inakuwaga ligi ama freestyle football just for fun? Because kuna mtu mali understand we have a reigning champion. Huyu reigning champion ni ligi ama inakuwagaje?
Okay, so for me, freestyle football it's about like, let's say, it's not just entertainment. It's like, how can I put it? Like,
it's an art.
Yeah.
It's an art.
Yeah, it's an art. Yeah, it's all about having a control of doing tricks with your whole part of your body, like head, feet, and
all over your body.
Yeah, all over your body.
You as a can I call you as a player sasa? Do you train like to get these skills? Do they unaweza cheza boli ya kawaida?
Okay, yeah, I usually played football like 5 years ago, but I stopped playing football because I got injured here in the shin.
Okay.
So after that, I joined a freestyle football where I usually train like 4 or 5 hours a day.
Is it okay? Just for the viewers to understand better.
Okay.
Is there a team? Is it a league?
So hang on. So the freestyle football is basically all you can see. All they need is a football and some small space. You don't need a stadium. You don't need a big platform. All you need is just a football. So it's an individual sport of sorts. Individual sport. So now what happens is we brought in a championship for freestylers across the nation to come in. Internationally, there is a body that governs freestyle football. It's called the World Freestyle Football Association. From a football language, that will be like FIFA, that controls, really the custodian of the game. So within the local markets, kuna wale freestylers from different parts of the world, different parts of the country. Now we brought them together to give them a championship, a competition of sorts. So this competition, we had a competition last year. For the first time, we had a national competition of freestylers. We had around 12 freestylers showing up for this. And Austin Maina here is the current champion. He won last year at the National Archives, where we brought in many freestylers to come. This year, we are having the second edition of the championship that is happening this Friday. And Austin is coming to defend his title that he won last year. So that is what, when you call him the reigning champion, that is what happens. So many freestylers from across the country, they come together, they participate and compete to get who is Kenya's finest. There's a female champion and a male champion.
Wow, we have ladies. Why didn't you come with the lady here?
You have to protect the ladies. You have to protect the ladies.
Now let me ask you, Judge.
Yes.
What do you think should be done to freestyle football to give it more mainstream recognition? What do you think should be done?
Okay, inafaa watu like watu freestyle yani competition media zinafaa kuja, then tunafaa kuanza pale hivyo chini kwa tutafute academy like watu wadogo tuwafunze. That is the only way it'll grow. Yep.
Like we have to start early.
Yeah.
Do we have a coach for this freestyle football?
Yeah.
You are a coach?
Mimi coach wa freestyle. So,
how do you spot talent? Like unaona huyu anaweza fanya hii kitu?
Okay, ma freestyler wote wanakuaga mafootballer, ni ma ex footballer. So mimi siwezi kucoach freestyle kama hujacheza ball. Yeah, mpaka nione unaweza pepeta tu ball kidogo. Umefanya around the world moja, nitajua hapo hivyo tunaweza start journey yako ya freestyle kukufunza. Yeah.
Now to Austin Maina, kindly tell us how hard it is to grow freestyle football here, because for me, let me talk. For me, I always see, I have a friend, Oscar Jagla. I just see Oscar Jagla here anatembea tu. Sijai jua that there's a league, there's a championship, you know. So how hard is it to grow a freestyle football here in 254?
Oh, okay. It's hard because like we don't have like many sponsors who sponsor freestyle football, and like we have like just one company like Predator, which has come through to support freestyle football. The other thing, we lack like facilities for training, which is so hard for like it to be recognized here. And also the other thing is like the mentality of the people think that freestyle football is just having fun. Yeah, so yeah, that's the things that make freestyle football to be like hard to be recognized in Kenya.
So to Tom Bwana, what do you think should be done? Like nini inafanyika? Because at least right now somebody has seen there is a championship coming up. What do you think should be done? At least kupata hiyo more recognition. At least watu wajue ni kitu serious.
I think vile Edward amesema, we need to start it early. We need to start this, really instill into our children early enough so that they know that even if I don't make it in the mainstream football, bado niko na fallback plan. I can still, freestyle and get to an international level. We need to have more of these competitions. So, because really, with this competition, let me just give a comparative here. Last year, we had 12 freestylers coming up. Today, how many have registered?
21.
21. Wow. Because they saw a competition, and now this gives them a good platform to showcase. Unaonanga tu majaglas all over, but hawajai jua kuna platform fulani inaweza enda hapo ni meet fellow freestylers. We even compete, and even if you compete, there's a prize at stake. So that really motivates people to come up. The people you find on the streets, your friends, your siblings, your children, who wanaona tu wanapepeta ball. On the street, we call it kupepeta or to juggle. But we've never given them a platform where they can meet fellow freestylers and compete and win a prize. That way, if we keep having this many competitions, tuende huko mashinani. See, right now we're doing it in Nairobi only. But not just Nairobi. We need to take it to the counties. We need to take it to the regions so that guys can come out. We can get more of these talented freestylers to showcase their skills.
Now, you're saying we're having this competition this coming Friday?
Correct.
How has the team prepared this time compared to the previous competition that will make this time competition be better? Jajiko hapo.
This time tutakuwa mafreestyler wameongezeka, then na job predator pia wamejipanga kivyao, like any predator wanafanyaga ukikuja kama ni jukwaa inakuwa standard, yani kila kitu inakuwa standard yani. Alafu saizi ma freestyler wameongezeka, saizi ni 21. So alafu najua wameongeza kitita.
Is the registration closed or
bado inaendelea. So, mpaka Thursday.
I wanted to ask that. Yeah. So mtu anakuja tu, so you've said Predator wamekuja on board compared to last year?
Last year. So this is the second time we're having the Predator.
You're having them on board?
Correct. Yeah.
Okay. Now, for a person to participate kwa hii freestyle championship, what's needed? Kuna age gap, kuna...
Okay.
Yani, mimi naweza kuleta mtoi wangu wa 7 years, maybe a compete na msee wa 18 years, ama kuna...
Okay. Freestyle Predator Championship waga ni 18 and above.
Okay.
Yeah, so kitu tuna need tu ni skill. Ukiwa tuna skill, unajua kupepeta ball na kichwa, miguu, hizo ndio vitu tunaangalia kama judge. Ukiwa fiti kichwa, miguu na kulala chini, hiyo ni sheria. Boli lazima iguze kichwa, miguu na kulala chini na utumie time yako poa. Tunakupatia 30 seconds. 30 seconds ukumefanya skill zako.
30 seconds ukumeweka kwa kichwa?
Yeah.
Kulala chini?
Yeah.
Na mguu?
Yeah.
30 seconds?
Yeah. So unafaa kujifunza kurespond kwa opponent, your opponent.
Akikuja battle.
Yeah, ni battle. So ukianza na kichwa, mimi nitaanza na kichwa. Zile vitu umesahau kufanya na kichwa, nitakuonyesha zile, nitaongeza chumvi. Kauli sababu kuwekelea ball kwa mapua, nitacheza hivi.
Now, let me ask the champion hapa, the reigning champion. Ukiwa pale umepatiwa hiyo 30 seconds, nini urun kwa mind yako?
Okay, so I already know what to do because I've written some details, which trick I must do. Like, let's say for lowers, I can do like, let's say maybe Scala, the Magellan Mage. Those are hard tricks.
Kidogo unanipoteza.
Okay.
So you're usually well prepared, like unakoga umeandika chini.
Yeah.
You usually write them down, whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
Yeah. But depend
preparation,
depend with your opponent.
It depends with the opponent.
Yeah, akianza yeye ndiye atajua venye atakuwa ameandika venye ataanza. Akiambiwa aanze. Sasa ndio opponent wake respond.
Okay.
Yeah.
Katelo, here's the thing.
Yeah.
So it's the competition is a battle. So kuna freestyler moja hapa, so mko wawili. So lazima u eliminate the other one. Okay? So you have 30 seconds, you do all your skills, then the 30 seconds is now given to the other guy. So the guy now has to respond. Okay? So vile judge anasema ina depend ile kitu umeona your opponent amefanya. So you want to outdo him, you want to outshine him. Yeah. So that's what you have to do.
Yeah, 3 times 30 seconds mara 3.
So that's 1 minute 30 seconds.
Yeah.
We, hiyo ni noma. Now, watu wakikuja, for people to come to see, itakuwa wapi hii game ya Friday?
So the event is at the National Archives grounds, pale Mtomboya Monument.
Hapo Tao nje.
Tao, yes. Okay. It's for the people. This is a spot for the people. So we take it to the people. It's not closed door. It's very open door. So anyone is allowed to come there. I mean, that place has a high foot traffic. So it's open, so people come. We're starting, it's on Friday, the 28th of November. We're starting at 1 p.m. We'll have freestyle football and lots of entertainment. So basically we want to infuse culture, we want to infuse music, we want to infuse freestyle football into all this to give the city a vibe.
Hakuna entrance, si ndio? Watu walipi kuona?
It's free. It's free for all. Yeah.
Watu tu wako.
Hata ukiwa kwa ofisi pale juu unajionea tu.
Now, wacha ninge Maina about registration. Mtu akitaka kuregister, you know, because maybe somebody is watching us right now, maybe ni freestyler, anataka kuregister. You've said deadline is on Thursday.
Yeah.
Akitaka kuregister, atafanyaje?
Hata
mimi nataka kujoin by the way. Pia mimi ni mdeadly.
Unaingia kwa WFFA, Predator
www.wffa. So the WFFA is the World
Freestyle Football Association.
So yeah, .org.
Yeah.
Ati for person to register, you go to
wffa.org.
wffa.org.
Utapata hapo all the competitions that are listed there. Yeah. Of course, you'll find the country, which is Kenya, and then register there.
Is there a registration fee?
Yeah, it's like 200 bob.
Okay. It's affordable, right?
Yeah.
So, Coach Maina niwenda kufinya sana. No, Muremi.
Yes.
Muremi alenda kufinya sana. Yes. How do you make money? Mnapataje do na freestyle?
Freestyle?
Yes.
Okay, freestyle unaweza earn ganji through many ways. Unaweza ingia kwa street, uentertain watu, wajae, wakurushie ganji. Unaweza ingia social media, record content zako, post. Unaweza work na company, like Predator, unaweza kupatia job kama content creator. Unaweza pata advert, unaweza coach watoi, watu wazima.
Oh, so that's how...
Freestyle is entertainment. Okay. It's just like a footballer. A footballer atamekaje do. So basically, today in today's world, it's about content creation, online content creation. So these guys have huge, like say hapa, social media yake I think is bigger than TV47 maybe. He has millions of followers.
Microphone
Anyway, so this guy creates his platform on his social media. They create this kind of content. They record this kind of content and throw in there. And in today's world, you know, content is king. If you have good content, you get a lot of advertisers coming to your site. So it's a good opportunity for them. Waji market, waende hapo juu, watu waone what they can do.
Now to you, Austin Maina, what's the beauty of freestyling? Utamu yake ni nini? You as the reigning champion.
Okay, freestyle, it's like you get the prize money and you get to go abroad to share your art with people. Like I've gone to Czech Republic, Prague, Norway with the help of Edward here. He has helped me connect with the world outside. Yeah, that's the beauty of freestyle. Yeah.
The prize money, tuanzie hapo, motivation.
Yeah.
Now to you, Judge, let's say a grown person, mtu amecha kucheza ball, amekam kwako. Unaanzanga kulipisha mtu classes ama first unamcheki vile yako skilled?
If wako within, neza mfunza for free. Ita depend na venye ataongea, like kuna wenye ukuja na niambia ni coach ndakulipa. Mwingine ametoka ghetto, huwezi mlenga. Inabidi tu ukae na yeye mcoach. Kako mbali unamwonyesha waingie like social media like Freestyle Football Association, ataangalia skill hapo. Kama mimi nilitrain on YouTube. Nilijifunza kwa YouTube.
Hizi vitu umedua hapa?
Yeah.
Kwa YouTube?
Yeah, nilijifunza kwa YouTube. So nikapatana na wazungu ambao watatujuani kwa Facebook, wakanipeleka World Champion, nikajionea venye inakaa, nikaanza saa kulan hivyo, nikaenda saa ma tournament za World Champion hivyo. Yeah. Nimejifunza kwa YouTube.
Ulijifunza kwa judge?
Yeah?
Ama umekaa kwa game sana?
Okay. Swali nzuri sana.
Yes.
Mimi ndio nikuwe judge, tulikuwa na shida ya judge Kenya. So kampuni fulani sitaitaja walikuwa wanafanya competition Kenya, wanatuletea makochi wa bola watujajie freestyle. So ilikuwa hard sana. Mtu anakuja anatoa hadi short, anatoa shati ati amewin. Majaji so wakisikia watu wakipiga nduru wanaona huyu jamaa ndio winner. So wajui anything about freestyle. So nili have kujisacrifice, niachane na freestyle competition nikuwe judge. Ndio wao pate hiyo.
So you as a judge, umesema lazima mtu alale kichwa, alale chini na mguu.
Yeah.
So you judge based on that and the toughest skill ambayo ataitoa hapo.
Yeah, unique skill, ukuje na unique skill.
How do you spot a unique skill?
Chenye huyu akicheza zile skill atafanya na kichwa, utajua huyu ameshindwa na kurespond. Ndio utajua kumbe huyu hajui skill. You have to respond.
So during this competition, judges uko wangapi? Because you know, for football tuko na linesman wawili, fourth official and the center referee. Sikuzi tumuongeza paka wa VAR. For boxing kuna wale. Now, how many judges?
So we have 3 judges.
Yeah.
Okay. Last year we had 3 judges going through the entire session. So of course Judge Edward here. We have a judge coming from South Africa, Ashley. What did Ashley is the former African champion?
Yeah, former
African champion, Ashley. And we have Sufyan, who's also coming from Morocco. So basically, we're going to have those 3 same judges on this Friday. We have Edward from Kenya, Ashley from South Africa, and Sufyan from Morocco.
Now, to you, how is it freestyle saidi ya wasichana? Because I've only seen, naweza sema, hata si hapa, nimeona tu uko kwa mitandao.
Yeah.
Have ladies embraced this freestyling?
They are embracing the Yes, they are embracing the freestyling. It's not yet to the level that, the international level, but step by step. Remember, this is something, bringing this competition is a very new phenomenon to us. So many ladies are now seeing that it is possible actually to compete at a national level first. So last year we had 3 ladies. This year the number has really increased. Hazel was our champion, and Hazel is also big on social media. She creates this kind of content and posts on her Instagram. Her TikTok is also growing because of that. So you see that kind of content that you throw online, and especially coming from, now look at the skills that are here. If it's coming from a lady, you'll have a lot of viewership.
Yeah, sure.
So that's what Hazel is doing and her team, and we're having a couple of other ladies who are coming into the sport. On Friday, we are hoping to get more than 5 ladies, so that's a big plus from last year.
I will register. I will come show my skills.
Yeah,
told us.
Welcome.
And registration is free, by the way.
Yeah, it's free.
Yeah.
It's free. Yeah. Now, to you, Austin Minor, how well are you prepared this Friday? Are you ready to defend your title?
Yeah, I'm very confident that I will win with the training, the hard work, praying to God. Yeah, I know everything will be fine.
Where do you guys train?
Sometimes we usually train at Nyayo Stadium, Uhuru Park. We have a freestyle meet where we meet with other freestylers from each region. We train together and share some different tricks.
Now, let me ask you this, you Champe. When you're playing for football, were you actually so good in football? Because a word in the street is that mse anapiga hizi highlights kwa grao hawezi.
Nijibu ama majibu?
Utajibu pia wewe.
Uliza.
Wacha nianze na wewe. How good were you? Because a lot of people say that, by the way. Wanasemaga hizi highlights ukimuuliza grao ni hakuna.
So okay, I usually played football at school. 2 years ago, I was not like that cool. Like I was just, when someone kicking me the ball, I usually miss the ball. So that was.
So the word in the street is true. The word they say in the street, it's true.
It's true.
Judge.
Sorry?
Champeapa has agreed that the word they say on the street that somebody who does this freestyle deadly sana akiingia kwa pitch.
Huyu namuelewa. Huyu ameanza akiwa mdogo sana freestyle.
Okay.
Hajacheza ball level yenye tumecheza.
Now come to hebu nipatie answer yako.
Mimi nimecheza hadi national nimecheza national for 8 years.
Okay.
For 8 years, 7 years. Nimecheza homegrown na Nuke United, Acapella.
Acapella ya Githurai?
Yeah, nimecheza.
Wow, okay.
So nimecheza ball for long. Nikakuja nikapata injury. So ma freestyler wengi, kuna jamaa mmoja anaitwa Jeremy Lynch anatoka UK. Alikuwa Arsenal Academy. Alikuwa almost kwa nini. But wengi waga freestyle ukianza unakuwa footballer. Unacheza ball but wengi wao ukiuliza like uliacha juu ya nini, wengine ni injury, wengine wanakuambia nilicheza hadi level fulani nikaona hailipi, ametoka kwa country ambayo watu appreciate football, so ana decide kuacha football aende kwa freestyle. Freestyle ana make do haraka, that's why waga ukianza urudigi kwa football. Mashika juu okay huko umefika ile level, but ukafika ile level ya football unalipwa, huwezi rudi kwa huwezi fanya freestyle. Yeah. So inakuwa ni decision ya mtu, but tumecheza ball.
Okay. Hivyo hiyo kitu wanasema ni propaganda. Kama kwa Acapella inokapela. Hizo ni story za jaba.
Hizo ni story. Hata ukauliza uliona nani alikuwa anacheza ball alafu like anampepeta ball ajui ball, yani ashaicheza ile level.
Okay. Yeah. Rangonedu, you mention some of the freestylers wale wame succeed kwa ball.
Freestyler wenye wame succeed kwa ball.
Sasa kama wewe.
Gaucho, Ronaldinho alianza kwa street.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, Ronaldinho, Neymar, JJ Okocha alianza kupepeta ball kwa street ball ya mapepa.
Okay. Kwa hivyo hiyo story wanasema ni story tu.
Yeah, na kitu moja inawaumaga. I mean, star feature. Footballer. Wanatamanigi kujua kupepeta ball. Hiyo kitu wanajua. Hadi nikipatana na unaona wale wako level ya juu footballer wale wakubwa. Yes. Kama Ronaldinho, Samuel Eto'o nimepatana nao Bayern Munich yote. Nikiwa entertain wao furahia. But mwenye hajafika hiyo level anafiligi, anatamanigi kujua hii skill lakini inaumuuma tu ni venye wasemagi. But ule mtu anakuja anakuambia mazee nifunze hii. Yeah.
Natoa bwana for Predator kuja on board. Walifikiriaje kuja on board because Predator has been there. Mmesema this is the second time wanakuja on board sponsorship, all right? Ilikuwaje ndio wakakuja on board? Ama mshaijaribu kutafuta sponsors wengine? Have you guys tried looking out for sponsors?
So the thing is, as Predator, you see the Predator drink is for the streets, it's for the people. And the perfect way to connect to people through sport is go to the grassroots. And ukipata kitu kama freestyle football, it's a proper grassroots version of football. And that's what we thought it's a good way to, meet the people at the very emotional point of the entertaining side of football, which is freestyle football. And that's why Predator is doing that, both in Kenya, Uganda, Nigeria, Egypt, and now Morocco.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, before we finish up, this championship ni hapa Kenya. Do you meet with other countries bado ku compete? Like example, the likes of Champeapa. Does he have a meet na maybe champion wa Uganda or other countries? Ama how does it go? Akibaki ni Kenya, amebaki hapo Kenya akiendelea
Currently, we have the Kenyan Championship that are happening, but there are conversations that are going on to kuena African Championship, to kuena champion kutoka Kenya, or maybe top 5 to wakutane na Uganda, and all those. That's a conversation that is going on. Currently, our focus is on the Kenyan Championship that are coming up this Friday.
Well, thank you so much, Tom Bwana, Edward Moremi, and of course, Austin Minor. I believe this coming Friday, guys, tujitokeze sana pale Archives. It's free of charge. And of course, pia mimi nitakuja hapo Archives by the way. And nionyesha skill mbili tatu before. Hata pia mimi naweza kuosha by the way, we can compete on Friday. If you're ready, we see. Toa mic. Hey guys, I want you to see my skill. Are you ready to compete with me? Asisai. The floor is yours.
It's 30 seconds. Yeah?
30 seconds. 30 seconds. Well, guys, don't try this at home. Well, before I come in, Coach, Judge, Twingie Murimi, before I come in, before I come in, let's see Judge. Natakuwa washambaya hapa. Siseme nimemnyima time, ample time. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it's my time. As you can see, I'll be at the freestyle football this coming Friday. So please, guys, tutoke. Wacha nisiwaoshe. Sai. Weh. And we are out, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much.